Hey guys, my next project is going to be this pattern here. It is the NewLook pattern. The number is N6696. And what I wanted to actually do is I wanted to use both pieces of the pattern, but I wanted to use the top for pattern B and then the bottom for pattern A. So it's going to be a little bit different on the instructions, but what I kind of like to do is I just kind of like to read over the instructions first before I actually start sewing, just to see if there's any shortcuts I can make.
Okay, so here I am cutting up the fabric. I'm using the Calico fabric that I bought from Joanns. I bought this a while back. And on the pattern envelope, it does tell you what type of fabric you'll want to use. It gives you some good recommendations. I chose this fabric because I really liked the pattern. So I decided to make the dress out of this fabric. You can see here I am going over what I cut with the scissors just to make sure that I did cut through the fabric, and then I also just like to mark my notches and my darts to make sure that everything lines up and to make sure that I cut my darts correctly. I don't know about you guys, but I think the most time consuming for me is cutting up my fabric, because honestly I just want to get right into it and start sewing my garment together. I feel like tracing the pattern, cutting out the pattern, and then cutting out the fabric just takes the longest. So here you can see that I am sewing up the top part, the shirt of the dress. I did follow the instructions because the pattern envelope does provide instructions as to how you can construct this garment together. I would say that the instructions are clear, easy to follow. So if you're thinking about picking up this pattern, it's fairly easy to follow. So um, I don't think that there's really anything difficult with this, sewing this together. And I'm sewing the darts here. Oh, you can see, I get so nervous when I sew the darts, to be honest, because I feel like sometimes it just doesn't work out the way I want it to. All right, so moving on, what I'm doing here is I am pinning the back piece and the front piece of the shirt for the dress. If I could give any tips or recommendations when it comes to sewing, I would say pin your garment together as much as possible. Whenever you need it, because honestly it helps a lot when you sew. I also recommend to iron your seams, iron your fabric as much as possible as well, because that also really helps with sewing the garment together. So here I am just sewing everything together for the top part of my dress, the shirt. I don't know about you guys, but I always get nervous when I have to sew like the neckline or sleeves, because sometimes I feel like it doesn't work out right. It um I struggle with it. I'm not gonna lie, but honestly, you just have to learn along the way, and hopefully I'll get better with it. And here we are, starting with the skirt of the dress. This is a new day. You know how I know? Because I'm wearing a different shirt. So this is probably day 2 of sewing. And I finished the top part, so now I'm working on the skirt piece. And like I said, here I am pinning my dress together. Um, and I know like some people prefer to serge their the ends of the fabric before they actually sew the garment together. I'm kind of just like how I feel about it, to be honest. Sometimes I'll serge it first, or sometimes I'll serge it after I sew the garment together. It's kind of just how I feel about it that day. Um, or if I feel like, okay, maybe I should actually serge first, then I'll serge it first. So here I'm just sewing the skirt together. This is like the easiest because honestly it's just a straight stitch. Like you're just stitching straight down. So easy.
Hey guys, I am almost done. I have my skirt done and my top done. All I have to do is pin them together, do my zipper, and then finish the neckline, and then I should be done.
So here I am sewing up the top and the bottom piece of my garment, and like I said, I did follow the instructions, so let me tell you, everything aligned. My seams, the darts, everything, all of it aligned. And you sewists out there that know what I mean, it is like one of the best feelings ever. So I was really happy with how it turned out. All right, moving on, zippers. Honestly, zippers are also not my strong suit. I do need to practice more on sewing zippers. Now you can see here, I am just repinning my zipper. I do get nervous when I sew the zippers because sometimes it doesn't align on the other side. And as you can see, while I am doing that, I realized that I made a mistake. Yes, I did. So let's just give myself a moment of silence here while I realize what I did. And moving on. Yeah, so I had to redo it. I took out my zipper. I had to undo everything and then resew it. And then I got tired of recording, so you can see that I already sewed part of it. But yeah, it's not always perfect when you're sewing.
This is the final product, and I like the slit. I think that's like my favorite part of the dress. I do kind of feel like, so the waist was actually supposed to be like up higher, but I got a little nervous with sewing this because I was afraid it was gonna be too short. So let me just adjust it really quick here. I did like tuck the skirt up a little bit under the waist just to make it a little bit shorter, and I think it looks better with the waist being like right here and then the dress just being a tad bit shorter. So I think that looks better. So for sure follow the pattern. But yeah, I think it looks nice. So I think my next dress for sure I'm gonna follow the waist. I think I kind of want to do like more of a flowy fabric. This fabric is nice too, but I just feel like I kind of prefer the flowy fabric. These are shoes that I got from Aldo. I got them when they were on sale. They're really nice and comfy. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Do you guys like it? Should I use a different fabric next time? Should we do like a sew along next time? Is that something you guys would be interested in? Let me know. So go ahead and click that like button if you like it, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see what else I make in the future. Alright, bye guys.